Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I'll clap, right?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know how to clap, apparently. That was a misfire. That's actually our cold open. Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Oklahoma Today podcast. I'm your host, Ben Lucian, and 8 years ago, Brian Bogert was part of the team that brought the Jones Assembly to Film Row in Oklahoma City. It has since become an invaluable hub of dining and entertainment near downtown Oklahoma City. It's now blossomed into a big operation known as the Social Order that includes the Jones, Fuzzy's Tacos Shop, and Dave's Hot Chicken locations in the city. But perhaps most impressively, SPARK, the burger concept that's already become a fan favorite here in Oklahoma City. Our very own Nathan Gunter sat down with Brian recently to talk about all things the Social Order. And we'll get to that right in a second, but first, let's do an ad read from this show's sponsor. This episode is brought to you by the Oklahoma Museums Association, dedicated to empowering the more than 500 museums across Oklahoma to strengthen their offerings and serve their communities. OMA members are an important part of the collective Oklahoma Museum voice. Members receive access to a variety of resources to help them connect to the museum profession. More information is available at okmuseums.org.
Welcome back to the Oklahoma Today podcast. We're here at SPARK OKC in Nichols Hills with Brian Bogert, CEO of the Social Order Dining Group. Brian, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So let's run through really quickly what the Social Order is. We've got SPARK, which is where we are right now. Locations here, Scissortail Park and Chisholm Creek in Oklahoma City. How else do people know the Social Order?
Well, there's a lot of ways. So we have the 10 local Fuzzy's taco shops everywhere from Stillwater to Norman here in Oklahoma.
We're here with the CEO of Fuzzy's. This is very exciting.
And then we also have the 4 local locations of Dave's Hot Chicken. And then we also have on the west side of downtown the Jones Assembly.
I love the Jones Assembly. I'm a
Thank
huge
you.
fan of that
Thank
place. But you got started, and you don't have it anymore, but you are the person who brought Texadelphia to Norman, which, as someone who was at the University of Oklahoma in the mid-2000s, I do have to thank you for that, and 747.
Yes.
So how did that begin? Like, how did you decide this is what you wanted to jump into?
So I had kind of grown up working in restaurants and in hospitality. When I was 15, I started working like the poolside grill at Quail Creek Golf and Country Club, and kind of just fell in love with hospitality, the restaurant business, cooking, serving guests.
What a place to learn.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
We kind of had free range of the kitchen and the large catering kitchen, so I got to learn a lot at that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then went to school in Dallas at Southern Methodist University, and then right out of school started working for Accenture, which is a large management consulting company. And my good friend from college, Manny LeClaire, was working at the Richards Group, and we just both were like, I'm not sure this kind of what was supposed to be 8 to 5, but was like more like an 8 to 8 schedule was quite for us. So we decided to make the schedule worse and enter the restaurant business.
Yeah.
And Texadelphia just happened to be our favorite college restaurant. So we in 2003. Decided to bring it to Oklahoma. We bought the rights for the whole state and opened in Norman, and learned everything not to do in the restaurant business. Made all the mistakes we possibly could have, but also learned just so much, in our early
But you built
20s.
something that's still very beloved in Norman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's, I mean, even then, like even mistakes and all, like it works, you know?
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you those passed from you let those go in around the pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had that Texadelphia we had for about 15 years, and then we had 747 for 15 years also. Wow. And then just during
Norman
the pandemic, thank you.
Norman, yeah.
We still have people begging us to reopen, both of those locations. But yeah, we kind of, with the kind of 2 amended football seasons, it kind of killed us there in that Norman market.
Yeah, that was rough in Norman. But you're here, and we've got 3 Sparks and tons of other stuff. And one of the things that I thought was really interesting is, I didn't know until today, your group employs more than 700 people in Oklahoma.
I'm not
That's
sure I
amazing.
even knew that today. I keep telling people like around 600, but yeah, now, I mean, we opened 5 restaurants last year, so we grew, by a couple hundred pretty quickly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you are really, really serious, I know, about your employee experience. Can you
Yes.
talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think like when a lot of us got started in the restaurant business, it was more like kind of a stepping stone to
And
something.
it's known as kind of a rough place to work in.
Yeah. And so it became like really important early on, even from the early Texadelphia days, to kind of make it more of a community and a family type atmosphere for our staff. And then just all along, we tried to start making it more of a place where somebody could have a lifetime career. So we offer a lot of things that aren't standard for the industry. We offer paid time off for hourly employees and salaried employees, 401k matching, health, vision, life, all the insurance. So we just try and make it, more of a place that people want to stay for a long time. And because of that, I mean, we have people that have worked for us for 20 years now. So, in
this industry, that's amazing.
It is. It's pretty crazy. And like Courtney Mankin, for instance, our president, she started working with me in 2004 as a cocktail waitress.
Wow.
And then worked her way up to like shift lead, and then a manager, and then the vice president of our company, and then president, and now she's a partner in several of our locations.
That's so American.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It is cool.
And I think it shows. I think it shows in the food and the experience that people have here. I know that every time, I'm a huge fan of Spark in Scissortail.
Thank you very much.
I walk down there. I walk to Scissortail all the time. I go to the farmer's market every Saturday, and we eat at Spark all the time. And you can tell just in the way, the employees are clearly having fun interacting with people, and the food's excellent. I had something this summer that I have to ask you about.
Sure.
Blackberry sage shake.
Yes. So
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was so good.
So we kind of played off of like the summer hit song Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Or, is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we did our interpretation of what we thought Moonbeam ice cream would be.
It was so good.
And it was a really good one. So that was kind of our summer shake special. And then
which is interesting to me because you went to, I have to ask you about this because you went to Scoop School.
We did, yes.
I have to know what Scoop School is like.
So we do at Spark, we do frozen custard, which is similar, just to like any frozen dessert, ice cream, yogurt, etc. But frozen custard is a little bit more specialized. It's known to be silkier and smoother than regular ice cream, and it's also made fresh frozen. We're constantly making it, so it doesn't like sit in a freezer for a long period of time. That keeps like its freshness. It doesn't get that like ice crystally layer.
Sure.
And just so happens St. Louis, Missouri, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin are kind of like the capitals of frozen custard. Yeah. So I went out to Leon's, which is, and Culver's, which are the real famous ones in Wisconsin, and got to see what they do. But then there's a school in St. Louis that you can go to specifically to learn fresh frozen custard. And
That's amazing.
there's specialty equipment that is like very intricate. So we learned to use that, learned everything about the ingredients, how to mix fruits and flavors, and that's how we know how to do it.
That sounds like fun.
It was fun.
That sounds like way more fun than grad school.
Yes, Scoop
could ever
School is-
possibly be.
Definitely.
So do you have a favorite, like at all these various concepts, do you have favorite dishes, or are you pretty
Oh my gosh, I think I have, I probably have 2 to 3 favorite dishes everywhere, but if we're talking about Spark, I mean, I love our burgers, but my favorite burger is BLC, which has pimento cheese, like a cheddar, like a grilled cheddar.
I had that with the shake. That was great.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Dave's, we just do chicken tenders, right? It's halal chicken. It's super high quality.
It's halal. That's cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is. Yeah, it's really, a lot of people don't know that. It's, it's just about the highest quality chicken you can get.
Wow.
So I love last night I actually we're featuring these mini sliders right now, and they're awesome. You can get like a 4-pack of the mini sliders.
That's awesome. Those two places in Bricktown have become, for me, before a baseball game, like must.
Oh,
it's either Fuzzy's or Dave's before a baseball game in Chickasaw.
Yeah,
Both
we get a great crowd the night the Comets are playing, so it's a lot of fun, especially like obviously during the Thunder games too. It's a great pre and post spot, both of
Yeah.
those locations. Yeah.
And I think people, everybody I know that has been to Spark just raves about it, but I think people don't know it's not just burgers. There's a lot on the menu here that would interest
absolutely.
people,
Yeah.
especially if you're, like kind of watching your health, watching
Yeah.
your, if your doctor
For
has
sure.
things to say about what you eat like mine does.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about some of that?
Yeah, I think that's one thing that really differentiates us from a lot of the other like burger, either national chains or local. And we actually were inspired by Scissortail Park. We wanted to have some more active lifestyle items too. So we did acai bowl there. We do like a park power bowl that has quinoa, couscous, sweet potatoes,
that's awesome.
avocado, hummus. We do a burger bowl. So if you are wanting to avoid gluten, we do an awesome version of a burger bowl here. And then we always have a salad on the menu. A lot of people don't know that, but we run a limited time offering usually for 45 days. And every time we've kind of made it so there's always a salad on that limited time. So right now we're doing a Caesar. We did a really popular version earlier this year called the Plaza Salad that was like dates and pulled chicken, and which was really popular as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. And then the Jones Assembly is just very much its own super cool thing. Talk about how that all, because that is like a bigger.
So
that's not just a restaurant.
So it's a monster.
Yeah.
We've created a monster for sure with that one. But we had always one of my business partners in the Jones is Graham Colton, and he was a touring musician. We went to high school and college together and lived in Dallas at the same time, and we just loved live music. We loved going to see bands. We loved all of like Trees and the Gypsy Tea Room and the Green Room and all these
Trees.
like
I miss that place. Yeah.
all these like iconic music venues from the early 2000s that we would go to. And when we both moved back to Oklahoma City, we just noticed there was like a pretty large gap in the market for seeing live music. I mean, there were some great local bands, but in terms of touring, people would pretty much go Dallas and then skip Oklahoma City and then go to like Lawrence or Kansas City. So we really wanted to change that culture of live music in Oklahoma City. And
I can't get over how much that's changed too in the last
it
decade.
has. I mean, you can
Jones,
see a show
there's
any
Tower,
night of the week.
Criterion.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The live music scene is wild.
it is complete. I mean, versus a decade ago, you'd pick up the Gazette and see like maybe one touring act a week, but now it's multiple a night. And so we partnered up with Fred Hall. He was very passionate about music as well, and he had a building. We actually looked at several buildings. I mean, we looked at the Tower Theater a long time ago, and then we looked at some old churches and thought about retrofitting those into a music venue, and then finally, like Graham and I walked into where we are now, which was two kind of Fred Jones Ford warehouses and parts assembly locations, and we just kind of felt it. Like we just like, this is the spot. So we partnered with Hall Capital on the building, and then to build Jones Assembly. And as we were kind of building the pro forma, and that's usually what I do, build the business plan and try and figure out, okay, is this going to be a viable option? And we just quickly realized that a music venue alone is a pretty tough thing to make work in any market. So then I kind of had a restaurant concept and a cocktail bar concept in my head, and we kind of were like, well, let's just put all three of these things that are our favorite things, food, spirits, and music, all together in one roof. And everyone thought we were crazy, and we tried to explain it, and nobody understood our vision. And luckily, our team and our partners believed in it, and here we are 8 years later.
I was gonna say, you're coming up on close to a decade now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's amazing. Okay, have you had, I'm going to put you on the spot. Have you had a favorite show? In those 8 years, have you had a favorite show?
Yes.
That's hard. That's a hard one.
I'm
Because
trying
there's been a
to
lot
think.
of I've seen St. Paul and the Broken Bones.
Yes,
so
they're
good.
amazing there.
Toad the Wet Sprocket was great.
Yeah.
I've seen a ton of shows there
Which
that were
Toad and the
so
Wet Sprocket will be
amazing,
back later this month, I think.
So, yeah.
One that definitely comes to mind is the Lord Huron show. I think like in other markets they play a little bit bigger venues, but we were lucky enough to have them, and it was just like one of those magical moments at the Jones. So I love that. I'm still kicking myself because last February we had this show of this girl that I'd never heard of, and I was like, I'm not going to go. And I saw these people lined up, and I ended up missing it. And then 1 month later, she was the biggest pop star in the country, and that was Chappell Roan.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I still
Yes,
kick
I'm the
myself
same.
on that one.
I know, I do too.
Yeah,
and I think she was at Canes too. That same
Yeah,
tour,
it's
and
crazy.
It was just like, oh my gosh, what were we all
Yeah,
thinking?
I
Not
know.
going to see that show.
But the Pixies that was an amazing
that
show.
Was great.
Yeah,
No,
that was a great
was a
one.
really good one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I felt like everybody I knew that was born before like 1983 was at that show in the entire city.
It was great. It was fun, and they're playing at the zoo here. I think
I know.
this
I'm looking
fall.
forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that's really cool about you and about the social order in general, you're very community involved. You're very community forward. You do a lot in the community for the community. Talk about some of that stuff that you've done to kind of So, I mean, you definitely you spread the love.
Yeah,
you guys
exactly.
are big Oklahoma City fans.
I mean, a lot of times the first connection with people in their community are like gathering spaces or restaurants, and so naturally, when there's an event or a nonprofit is trying to raise money for someone, there's a natural inclination to talk to your local restaurant or bar, and so that kind of started like that when we were in Norman, just getting involved with elementary schools and fundraisers. And then as we, I'm from Oklahoma City, and as I grew up and got older, I just started getting interested in a lot of nonprofit boards, as did the rest of our partners. So I mean, I think between all of us, we probably serve on 10 to 15 different boards.
Wow.
One thing that we've done in the last couple of years with SPARK specifically, I'm on the Oklahoma City National Memorial Museum board.
Oh, wow.
And we, for 2 years, did free burgers for all the marathon runners as they crossed the finish line.
That's awesome.
Which happened to be more than we could handle. The second year we did 2,000 more burgers, and it still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So, and just but being right there, we just wanted to be a part of it. So we're finding, new ways to get involved. We really, I feel kind of hone in on kids and education.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are two of our passions. So, we're involved with Cleats for Kids. We just did, we're in the process where teachers now can send us their Amazon list, and we're lottering teachers to clear their list, for their classrooms. We do that every school year, and so we try to say yes to everything that we can. That's just who we are. We're, whether it's one of our franchise concepts or it's concept we created, they're all locally owned and local staff. So it's just important for us to make an impact in our community.
And it's cool that we're here at Nichols Hills SPARK, because you grew up not very far from here at all.
Not very far, I grew up in a little bit north of here, but I remember riding my bicycle up here to the drugstore to grab a burger or a shake, and a lot of inspiration from this is great memories of that. That's why we tried to make SPARK kind of pull on the nostalgia strings a little bit. And then shockingly, where we are right now used to be a place in college we'd hang out at called Mamacita's. And Graham, one of our partners, used to play there all the time. So it's kind of funny that we're doing this interview right in the middle of where Graham used to play, and I'd throw back some Coronas, and
I think people of a certain age, I think, remember an Oklahoma City that didn't have these options, right? We had our places that Mamacita's was one of the beloved places in Oklahoma City back in the day, but it didn't have a food scene that you would talk about. But now it's talked about all over the country, and y'all are obviously a huge part of that. What do you think makes the Oklahoma City food scene so interesting right now?
I mean, I think just the diversity of food options that we have here. I don't think a large part of the city understands the vast diversity of cuisine that we have. It's amazing. You can get some of the best pho, the best ramen, best Asian food in the Asian district, and then you've got Madere and Lao food. You just have all of these options that are amazing, and we have all these new Italian restaurants opening up, and I just feel there's a lot of variety in this market that maybe finally is getting its due, finally getting a little spotlight on it.
I had a friend in town recently who lives across the George Washington Bridge from Manhattan and said, I would rather eat in Oklahoma City than in Manhattan right now. Seriously.
That's awesome.
She's like, I mean, we have a lot of this stuff, but a lot of times it's not as good and it's very hard to find. And so I was like, all right, Oklahoma City, way to have a food scene. Yeah. That's
it
cool.
does seem like this decade has been a real like renaissance for that though too.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, it's been really great.
So is there anything coming up that you're excited about that you can tell us about?
So we are always kind of looking to grow. We have, we'll continue to grow our concepts like Fuzzies and Spark and Dave's. And then we are working on a new concept. It hasn't been announced yet, but it'll be kind of an all-day restaurant and bar, open for lunch, dinner, and then late night. So it's going to be opening up on Main Street, downtown Oklahoma City. We really are loving downtown and the growth and everything that's happening there. And we have four successful restaurants downtown, and we're kind of really enjoying that synergy. So we're looking to do a new one of our unique concepts. We've been working on it for like almost 2 years now.
Wow.
And it'll probably be another year before we open, but hopefully we'll get construction started this fall and be able to make an announcement of the new concept. That's
exciting.
It's going to be great.
Brian Bogert, thank you so much for joining us on
Of
the podcast,
course, thank
buddy.
you.
This is
Yes.
exciting.
Thanks
come
for
to
having
Spark,
me.
come to the Jones Assembly, come to Dave's and Fuzzies and all of it. It's
Come
so
to a
great.
show.
Yeah, come to a show at the Jones Assembly, all of that. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
joining
I
us.
appreciate it.
Well, that was awesome, and thank you to Nathan for doing that interview. He's not on the couch today, but joining me are the three ladies of the OKT team.
Hello.
We've got, yes.
The ladies of Oklahoma.
We've got senior editor Carly Ibarra, photo editor Megan Rossman, and research editor Kirsten Stone. Have any of you all been to Spark?
I have.
Yes.
I have too.
It was really, really good. I got a crispy chicken sandwich, and it was crispy.
That's an important part.
Yes.
Don't overlook the crispy part of the chicken sandwich.
No, I mean, it's in the name, so.
I think they have, we were talking about it earlier, this like peach Bellini. It's like a frozen drink. So good. And really potent on an empty stomach, as I've found in some earlier
Oh, I didn't
instances.
realize they served booze there.
They do, yeah.
Nice. It would
to
pair
know.
well with the crispy chicken sandwich.
It would, yes. Basically all things the social order I'm a fan of. And speaking of restaurant groups, so our question of the week this time, I was turning my wheels of creativity, and I'm very curious to know if the Oklahoma Today team, the team members here, had to develop their own restaurant concept, what might we come up with? So I think we could get some creative answers today. I'll go ahead and start with senior editor Carly Barra.
I'm so happy that you asked me this question because I think
know
about
what it is.
I think about this a lot. So my restaurant concept would be called I Love Breakfast and Dogs because I love breakfast and dogs. And it would be a breakfast restaurant that's also a full bar and it has a dog park adjacent to it.
Yes.
And all of the menu would be dog themed, just like cute little names and such, of course. But most importantly, it would have breakfast all day long. And no matter what sweet thing you ordered, it always comes with either eggs or meat because you need some savory with your sweet. And a lot of these breakfast restaurants are really dropping the ball when it comes to that.
That's true.
Yeah. I hate it when you order pancakes and it comes with nothing.
Right. You need some protein with it or you're going to feel sick. And drip coffee, like just regular coffee, would be 50 cents.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
You can get specialty lattes and stuff like that for more expensive, but like I think that coffee is so cheap to brew, you might as well give it to people and encourage them to sit and talk and everything. So
Yeah, it's sort of like free queso,
Right.
Maybe the margins aren't great on that, but it brings people in. They love to see it.
Exactly. And who would complain about a 50-cent cup of coffee,
Yes.
right?
Will there be a dog park?
There will be an adjacent dog park, yes,
Yeah.
which is because you can't say I love breakfast and dogs and not provide for the dogs,
Now, it's needless to say, but there's no you love breakfast and also you love dogs. It's
Correct.
not-
Unrelated.
You're not serving dogs.
No.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
This
we
is
will
needless,
have some. We will.
needless to
Or
say.
are you?
We will be serving dogs things that they want to eat.
Oh,
They
okay.
will have
No,
a small dog
yes.
menu because
I
the
do
dogs
like that.
deserve some
Yes.
love too.
I do. You like to eat dogs?
I
like
think
to
it's
eat with
needless to
dogs.
say that we will not
You
be
could
doing
have
that.
like a breakfast version of a hot dog. There
Exactly.
you
There's
go.
so many opportunities. And also, that's a good point. Breakfastifying foods that aren't normally breakfast foods, because
Yeah.
if you love breakfast, you got to make everything breakfast.
I'm
so
really excited.
I think
about
that's
this
where you
idea.
make up your margin is on the dog menu, 'cause and like they'll pay whatever, get their dog a little.
that's what I'm thinking.
Whatever,
it's
you know.
I've been thinking about this for a really long time.
Yeah.
So one of these days.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was good. I think we might, whoever can get the best concept here, could be in the running for star of the show.
Social order.
We'll see. Oh, yeah, the
Call
social
me.
order. Well, I was saying whoever can give us the best concept today on the couch could be star of the show. We'll see.
I'd like to see what you guys come up with.
So the bar set high. Photo editor Megan Rossman, have you given
Okay.
this much thought?
Well, of course I have. I have a list of ideas.
Page 1.
I mean, in addition to, we really need a Russian, European, like Eastern European restaurant in Oklahoma City. But I have ideas that I'm actually more passionate about, which, first of all, casseroles, like just a restaurant called
yeah.
Casseroles with an exclamation point. Like,
Yeah.
just casseroles. Like, why don't we eat more casseroles? They're delicious. I love casseroles. There should be a casserole restaurant. And also, this could kind of tie into that. So, a restaurant called Holidays that just serves like Thanksgiving food, including casseroles, and then
I love
the
that.
menu
Right.
would seasonally rotate. Like, so, like, if there is, like, it doesn't have to be strictly Thanksgiving food, although Thanksgiving food should always be available, and high quality Thanksgiving food. I'm not talking about like cafe, like buffet style turkey, like
Or
actual
turkey sandwich,
Right.
like some
yeah,
people do.
no. Like
Well-
real turkey, real cranberry sauce options, stuffing,
Sweet potatoes.
Deviled
sweet
eggs.
potato, yeah, deviled eggs, like green bean casserole, like roll, like every.
Yes, the Thanksgiving menu.
Yes, I love Thanksgiving, and I want to be able to eat it whenever I want.
And if I can just add, a classic trap is that all the restaurants have a Thanksgiving menu on Thanksgiving. And like that's the 1 month you are gonna eat the Thanksgiving
Right?
food.
Yeah.
So like I want to eat that food
Thanksgiving
maybe
in
a
July.
different-
Yeah, no, you need it. You need it all year. I feel like we're really lacking. Why isn't there a Thanksgiving restaurant?
I say all the time, why don't we eat this more often? This is delicious. It's once a year.
Yeah. So, and of course, the restaurant would have an ample pie selection as
Yes,
well.
of course.
So, and comfortable seating, but not, and the lighting would have to be not too dim, or else you'd have people just passing out, falling asleep like they do at Thanksgiving. Like,
Yeah, right.
so,
That's hilarious.
yeah. Anyway, that's my ideas. Oh, yes, and more teriyaki restaurants.
Oh yeah, page 2. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, can I also say that I think it'd be super fun at the holiday restaurant if you were showing holiday movies as well,
Yeah.
like instead of sports
yeah.
or something.
Oh,
I think
that's
that,
a great
That would
idea.
be
Yeah.
super fun.
But there would not be dogs allowed at my restaurant. Sorry.
Yeah.
They can only come to Carly's restaurant.
Yes, the anti-dog restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you could probably have a lot of fun, like, Christmas or holidays in July type events.
Oh yeah,
sure.
the potential, the marketing potential is endless, and T-shirt merchandising potential. I can think of a lot of great tasteless thing. Well, it would be a tasteful restaurant.
With tasteless merch,
Tasteless merchandise.
which is the best kind.
Yes, it really is.
You could also do hot dogs in December for Fourth of
Yeah,
July and
no.
Christmas instead of Christmas in July.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
you
If
know,
I own a restaurant, there's got to be hot dogs on the menu. So,
Okay.
yeah.
This is another really good concept. Although Megan gave us several. So. Kirsten, what about you? What is your restaurant idea?
So I actually have two because my friends and I have talked about this. Growing up, my best friend and I, we used to do a thing. Every time we would stay the night at each other's house, we would make milkshakes. And so we had the idea when we were kids. We're like, we'll open a milkshake shop. But our condition was it'll have an apartment above it because since we'll be the owners, we're going to put them in cities that we want to live in. They'll be part-time so we can go supervise that place.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people do stuff like that. So, yeah.
But no, whenever I was in college, I came up with a different idea that I'd kind of rather do if it was just me. And I would want to open a coffee shop that has in a building with multiple levels because I want the main level to be a coffee shop. So it's open in the morning and then it closes late afternoon, early evening-ish more so because I don't appreciate the ones really that close at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, I need caffeine after this. But anyway, no, so it'll be open like a little bit later in the day and then it'll close down for like a couple hours, swap out some employees, get stuff ready. And then on the other level, have a hidden speakeasy put in and flip the script.
Yeah.
So just drinks all around, basically.
Fun.
Yes. Yeah, just whatever the drink of the hour is.
I'll bring hot
you're
dogs.
prepared.
I also think the speakeasy concept is like, why don't we have more hidden things?
I love the hidden speakeasy.
Yeah,
I think they're
so
so
cool.
interesting, and I think they're so like fun to explore.
Yeah, a lot of things
like
take
the
the
idea.
speakeasy name and aren't.
They're not a speakeasy.
They're not a speakeasy.
Yeah. What about you, Ben?
Yeah, so I think everyone sort of has this like imaginary restaurant concept that they work on in their minds a lot. Mine's a little different in that, so it is going to be a cook your own restaurant, but like they have stuff like that exists. That's like, Korean barbecue or something, but that's so low effort. Like you just put the meat on the grill. I'm looking for like a Food Network quality stocked kitchen, and just that has everything you could imagine. You rent the space on like an hourly basis or something like that, and that it's got all the cooking equipment that you need. Every little like niche ingredient, all high quality. And you can just go crazy in there and make whatever you want, use all the equipment. Maybe some of the equipment has like an extra charge or something. And so you can cook yourself, but then you don't clean up afterwards.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is a great, it's like those garages that you can go to, like the fix your own car thing where they have all the expensive equipment already and you just go in and pay for time. Yeah, that's really smart because who has like a sous vide machine and a food processor and a blender and all that.
Yeah, and usually the constant trap with a lot of those things is you buy this like specialty equipment for this one thing you want to do, and then you do it, and then you don't really use that equipment. So to have a place that has all that stuff, ready.
Yeah. Well, and if you're concerned with like, because unfortunately food goes bad, so you can't constantly restock it, but like they would have like basics, like staples, and then you give them a list of the things that you're gonna need, and then they make sure that they stock those specialty ingredients. So that's a really good idea.
I think so too.
I don't know why it doesn't exist yet, because it does seem like such a good idea, probably because I thought of it.
Logistically, I could see how it would be challenging.
Well, keeping the food fresh, you'd probably waste a lot of food. If you're gonna have these niche ingredients, they won't always be used, and there's probably some liability there. If like, what if I burn myself? What if I put my hand?
You'd have to have a supervisor, I feel like, who would be there kind of monitoring just to make sure everybody was using the equipment properly. Because if somebody breaks something, it could cost thousands of dollars to replace it.
Well, that could be cool that if maybe you have a chef there who knows what to do, but they're also like kind of hands off.
Yeah.
Like, they just sort of advise you. Yeah. Pretty cool. What about Chris? Have you given this much thought?
No. Kirsten since she was a baby. Megan's got a list of like a dozen things.
Yeah.
Carly's got something she's got the whole business plan for. You've got something. I've got nothing.
You had ideas when we were talking before.
The first thing that came to my mind was something back in college, and it would open at 9 p.m. and close at 3 a.m. and it would be a sandwich that had potato chips on it.
Yeah.
Nice. I love
like that idea.
Late night, like it's perfect.
Yeah, you kind of kick the crowd I'm going for.
Sandwiches with potato chips are the best. Yeah.
I'll bring him out of my speakeasy and we'll ship him to your sandwich shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, and then the other thing would be donut holes only.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know why, but it just seems like.
I
And
like
maybe,
donut holes.
Maybe go with ice cream so you can dip the donuts in the ice cream.
Yeah.
Or like a warm syrups, like
Oh,
dips.
yeah.
Now, if you're only making the donut holes, at that point, are they technically donut holes? Because there's no donut.
They're just
component
donut
to
balls.
Donut balls.
it. Right. Okay.
That's it for me. That's all I got.
I like that, especially if you've got some dipping element to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you have a concept that's got a competitive field here that you especially like, leave it in the comments. Or if you've got your own restaurant concept you'd love to see brought to Oklahoma, leave that in the comments as well. But now let's go ahead and pitch it to the mid-show ad break, and we'll be right back with Podvents. All right, now this part of the show we like to call Podvents. This is where we go through the travelok.com event calendar, pick out a few of our favorite gyms. Is there anyone who'd like to go first this week? Megan looks like she's volunteering, or she has
I'll go first.
or she has arthritis. I don't know.
My hands. I'm just always holding something like a phone or a microphone, or they're becoming like claws. I think. Mm-hmm. But I guess I should talk into the microphone.
Yes.
My event is the Cheyenne and Arapaho Labor Day Powwow, which is happening August 29th through September 1st at the Cheyenne and Arapaho Tribal Powwow Grounds, and that is in Colony, which is a really neat little town that is about between like an hour and a half west of Oklahoma City, depending on how fast you drive. It's near, like, it's not quite as far west as Weatherford. It's near Corn and Eakley.
Yeah, I didn't know about Colony until Nate wrote that feature.
Yeah, no, but it's a really teeny little town, but like it's very artsy. They have what is the name of the museum? I wrote it down. There's the Gallery of the Plains Indian and the Colony Museum that kind of tells the history of the area. And there are a lot of artists that like kind of retired people that are, pursue their artistic endeavors, and there's no chance you'll miss the powwow grounds. It's like the first thing you see when you drive into the town. And there's going to be jingle dancing and fancy dancing and buckskin dancers, and there will be a parade with princesses, and also and the grand entry, of course. And then in past years they've done fun walks, fry bread contests, turtle races, water slides, so it's your typical small town festival. Well, it's not your typical small town festival. It's
but
very
it has
special.
Elements of that.
But it has elements of it. Yes, thank you, Ben. And if you want more information, the number that I have is 405-522-7446.
Yes. The
And
number on your screen. Maybe it won't be on the screen.
What?
422.
What did I say?
You said 522.
Oh,
yes.
whoops.
Read that
Okay,
again.
well, thank you for reading my notes so well, Carly. It is 405-422-7446.
Very good.
Let's hope.
Yes.
Um,
I think it's right. Yes.
yes, and
All
so
right.
that will be a good time for all.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of tribal powwows going on during the Labor Day holiday.
Yeah, that's kind of powwow season.
Yes, a lot in the summer, for sure. All right, Senior Editor Carly Barr, what about you?
My event is the Tulsa Punk Rock Flea Market.
Oh, okay. That's different.
Which is, it sounds to me like, imagine if Hot Topic were actually cool and had things that were made by, independent artists.
Cool.
And
News to me.
No, because they're going to have a lot of the same stuff that Hot Topic does. Really cool band t-shirts, records, pins, posters, other oddities. But these are made by actual artisans and stuff like that. Real punks, one would hope.
Yeah, not as commercial.
Although the admission price of $10 is not super punk, but that's okay. It's expensive to put on an event sometime.
Exactly.
And it's going to take place at Tulsa Expo Square, which I imagine they have to pay to reserve. So, but there's also going to be live music, punk, I assume.
Punk rock, perhaps.
And a full bar. I am down for a full bar at a flea market. So it's going to be August 30th, and they don't really have easy to find contact information, but if you search Tulsa Punk Rock Flea Market on Facebook, you'll be able to find it and find the link to buy tickets.
All right. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I think more flea markets of all kinds, punk rock, etc. should have open bars.
I love a themed flea market too, because I like to have some idea of what it's going to have when I go there, and the generic ones you never know. So this is exactly what
there's so many things that can fall under that. So just narrow it down a little bit for me. Just give me one little lane of interest, and then I'm good from there. All right, cool. Research editor Kirsten Stone, what is your event this time?
When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, right?
This is what I've heard.
Yeah. Well, if you don't feel like making lemonade at the time,
rarely do I. So.
Well, some Tulsa kids have already made it for you, because my event is also in Tulsa. It is the Lemonade Celebration, and that is lemon-aid.
Oh,
because
Lemonade.
Yes, because we are raising money for those in need through the Lemonade Project, hosted by the Tulsa Changemakers, which empowers local Tulsa kids of all ages. But it's not, so it's going to be August 28th through September 1st. It's going to be all Labor Day weekend from Thursday to Monday, I believe. Are those actual days? I didn't look at a calendar.
Thursday and Monday are actual days.
Well, you know what I mean.
There's some between them.
No, so it's not, according to their website, it's not one set location. This is going to be happening in neighborhoods all around Tulsa. One of them does involve a TU tailgate. Another one is the Mother Road Market. So you can go to one of those locations. You can go to their website, which is thelemonadeproject.com, which Chris will put on the screen for you because it has a different spelling, and it will be very helpful. But there's going to be lemonade stands. There'll be recipes and variations of lemonade that you can get, food trucks, hometown bands, contests, and more. And I actually got the final numbers from last year's event in 2024 because I believe this has been happening since 1994, the website said. So this has been a while when this project started. But last year, just for some fun info, there was more than 170 stand volunteers, 26 stands including 3 new ones, 11 participating restaurants, 24 sponsors and partners, including national and local businesses and individuals. And at the very end, with the money they raised, they were able to give a $20,000 check written out to the Lindsay House.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you can go this year, get some lemonade, get multiple lemonades, give money back to a good cause.
Can I rate them? Can I pick the winner of the lemonade?
Yeah.
To do that.
Is it competitive, actually?
I don't care.
It did say there was contests, but it didn't
okay.
say what the contest was, so I don't know.
Because there's wildly different ways to make lemonade.
Yeah.
Right.
And some of them are good and some of them are bad.
I like this because it is cool to run across a lemonade stand in the wild, But a problem that occurs more and more is that I don't really have cash on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now these days they'll say, "Oh, we take Venmo. Don't worry." It's never an excuse, but it does help to know that I'm going to a place with lemonade stands ahead of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
There will be a lot of lemonade stands.
Yes.
So
And it goes to a good cause. You know. So you can't beat that.
yeah, always a plus.
Not that the lemonade stand that your neighbor has is not a good cause, but
Well,
My
depends on
neighbor's
your
lemonade
neighbor.
stand isn't for a good
it's a
cause.
different kind of good cause.
It's to buy fireworks every year.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, that's a good cause for some people.
Well, Ben, what do you have? Do you
Yes.
have lemonade?
Now, you all are fortunate because every day I show up to the office, you already see top quality beard and facial hair. So you don't have to worry about that. But there's some people who don't get to see that every day. So for those people, I recommend that they go to the Henrietta Beard and Stash competition. Which is going on this weekend at it's called the Briefcase Event Center. Yeah.
Wait, where is
interesting
this
name.
again?
This is in Henrietta,
Oh,
Oklahoma. Yes. It's actually the Beard and Stash competition. It goes on every year, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You can register to compete for the best beard and mustache. Now, I have a question. Do you all think that that it's more impressive to have like a really ornate mustache, or do you need like the full beard?
I wouldn't say I need the full beard.
Do you need the full beard to create the effect?
Yeah. I think beard. I appreciate what these people are doing. I would be more impressed by like a real crazy mustache than a beard, because like a beard is just gonna keep growing and growing and get longer. Like
right.
I mean, I guess a mustache will too, but like.
But what if they styled the beard with like little curly cues? And
Well,
stuff in it?
then I guess I'm just impressed by the styling. I just know when beards get too long, they can be gross for your lady.
I mean,
Like,
I
or
think,
your partner of
I think
whoever.
a mustache can be a standalone. You can do like more fun designs with it, but a beard without a mustache is weird. They need to be
Yes.
both there for a beard.
That's true. Yeah. Now, a little bit of lore behind. So if you noticed, I used to have just a connected beard, and now I have the mustache. This happened. This was a shaving accident that happened because I was trimming my mustache, and then I just shaved off part right here. And I was like, well, I guess I have to either like completely shave, which I don't like doing, or just go to mustache and this. So that's what I settled.
I didn't notice.
Yeah. Well, that's because it's not that noticeable. Yeah. Anyway, enough about me. Why did I make it about me? The Henrietta Beard and Stash competition. Now, it's a great time to go to Henrietta because in addition to the Beard and Stash competition, it's also time for the Smoking Hot Car Show on Main Street. So yes, a good time to visit Henrietta. Anything smoking hot, I'm signed up for that. And both events are completely free to attend. Also going on in Henrietta is the Jim Shoulders Living Legends Rodeo at the historic Nichols Park, and that is $15 general admission. So really, I mean, you've got the beard and mustache show, the car show, the rodeo. I mean, it's a one-stop shop in Henrietta this weekend, as far as I'm concerned. But yes, the beard and stash competition, free to attend, but donations are welcome. And all donations go to the Henrietta Veterans of Foreign Wars. So again, supporting another good cause if you donate there.
Are you going to grow a long beard so that you can participate in the competition next year?
I do have a year to prepare if I join next year.
Could you do it? Could you have a ZZ Top beard by the end of the year?
Oh, I could for sure. But I don't want to.
I braided my beard.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I wasn't right on here.
Did you put the little beads in it too? Nice.
Nice. Yes. Well, why didn't you? Could have signed up for the Henrietta Beard and Stash competition. Yeah, you missed out.
I did.
We could have seen your trophy. Oh, well. All right, now it's time for star of the show. And I think that we had a lot of good concepts, but I think Carly's had the most like business ready one.
Well, thank you.
So
Wow.
Carly,
Okay.
now Megan, you had a good one, but there were so many options.
I'm a star in my own heart.
So
I don't
Carly
need
is
your
our star of the show
validation.
this time. Yeah.
Really, I love breakfast and dogs. This
Oh,
is the
yeah.
star of the
That's
show.
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a great concept.
We all do love breakfast and also dogs. Well, that's actually all we've got for you this week. This has been the show, and know from here to Paul's Valley, and I can say this because Nathan's not on the show. It's home of pumpkins, barbecue, and catfish as the Oklahoma Today podcast. A little inside joke there. Head to oklahomatoday.com or pick up our latest issue on newsstands right now. Send your feedback to oktpod@travelok.com, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Goodbye.
Oh, I'm hungry. Hello, friend. No, that was terrible.
I liked it. I keep going with that.
Yeah.